E-learning with NUT Endomorder Science School, Mina.
Good morning, class, and welcome to mathematics class. I am by name Teacher Daniel Jonah. Today's topic is equations with brackets. Equations with brackets. All right, class. I want you to pick up your pencil, your biro, and your book and classify the following into expressions and equations. Classify the following items into its expressions and equations. Alright? Okay, now let's look at the items one after the other. The first one, we have 2r plus 3p plus 4q. The second one, we have 2a plus 3b is equals to 2b minus 4a. And the third one, we have 1 over 3a minus 4 plus 6 plus 5a. And the fourth one, we have 1 over 2x plus 2 is equals to 3x minus 10. Alright, now class, if you look at these items before us, we have some that have the sign of equality, that is, that have both left hand side and right hand side. And we have some here that doesn't have the sign of equality, that is, they don't have the left hand side and the right hand side. Okay, so those with the sign of equality and have the right hand side and the left hand side are equations, while those without the sign of equality I don't have the right hand side and the left hand side, they are called expressions. Okay. Now let's look at what equation is all about. Equation simply means a statement that says two quantities are equal. Equation simply means a statement that says two quantities are equal. Example, we have a plus 2 is equal to 7. It's an equation stating that a plus 2 is a number equal to 7. Alright, there are some things to note while dealing or solving equation. The first thing is equations have left hand side, that is LHS as the acronym for left hand side, and right hand side, which is RHS. Now also note that whenever an equation is given with brackets, the first thing to do is to remove the brackets. That is, when an equation, a problem is given to you, the first thing to do, if the problem involves brackets, the first thing is to remove the brackets. Now furthermore, when removing the brackets, we also consider the signs before and inside the brackets, and also the multiplier before the brackets if given. Alright. Okay, class. Let's look at some examples before us. The first example here, we are asked to solve for open bracket x plus 2 close bracket is equals to 3 open bracket x plus 1 close bracket. Now, when question is given, the first to do is to write out the solution, and the solution simply means about to give an answer to a given problem. Alright. Now the first thing to do is step 1 is to remove the brackets by using 4 to multiply x plus 2 and using 3 to multiply x plus 1. Okay, the question here, we have two brackets and each bracket have a multiplier outside. Okay, the first bracket have 4 as a multiplier, so we open the first bracket by multiplying the items inside the bracket by 4, and the second bracket we open it by multiplying the 3, by multiplying the item inside the bracket with the 3. Alright, now removing the bracket, this is what we have, this is the result. Okay, now the 4 from the first bracket, there is plus, is positive, though the plus sign there is invisible. Okay, and the x inside the bracket there is also plus. Alright, now remember, recall, in our last lesson we talked about some properties in algebra. That is, when you have plus times plus give us plus, and plus times minus give us minus, minus times plus give us minus, and minus times minus give us what? Plus. So removing the first bracket, 4 times plus x from the first bracket will give us 4x. Okay, also 4 times plus 2 in the first bracket will give us plus 8. Now the first bracket is removed. Now let's move to the second bracket. Okay, now 3 as a multiplier from the second bracket times plus x in the second bracket give us 3x. Okay, so 3 again times plus 1 in the second bracket will give us 3. Alright, now let's move on. Now step 2, after removing the bracket, is to collect like terms. Collect like terms. I will say collecting like terms. If you look at the equation before us, we have left hand side and we have right hand side. Now from the left hand side we have a term there, that is, we have 4x, a number with a variable which is 4x, and the right hand side also we have a number with variable x which is 3x. So collecting like terms here means those terms with the same variable move together, and also the constant numbers here are 8 and 3 also go together. That is what we mean by collecting like terms. Okay, alright, now collecting the like terms here, the 3x from the right hand side is plus. And recall, in our last lesson we said whenever a plus is crossing the sign of equality to the other side, the plus change to minus. And also when minus is crossing the sign of equality, it's changed to plus. Right? Now when 3x is crossing the sign of equality to meet its partner 4x, it change to minus 3x. So therefore we have 4x minus 3x. Also from the right hand side, what is left there is 3. Okay, so 8 from the left hand side is plus. So when it's crossing the sign of equality, meet its partner 3, is changed towards minus 8. So therefore you now have 3 minus 8. Okay, now let's move on. Now when you have 4x minus 3x, you have 1x, but professionally, instead of writing 1x, is same as x. Okay, now 3 minus 8, it will give us minus 5. Alright, okay, now let's move on to the second example. We are asked to simplify 4 open bracket y minus 2 close bracket is equal to 2 open bracket y plus 6 close bracket. Okay, now we write out the solution, and step 1, we remove the brackets by multiplying y minus 2 by 4 and y plus 6 by 2. Okay, we have two brackets here. The first bracket we have 4 as a multiplier, and the second bracket we have 2 as the multiplier. So opening the first bracket, we multiply the items inside by the multiplier, which is 4. Okay, now when opening this first bracket, recall, consider the sign before and inside the bracket and the multiplier. Alright, now the multiplier from the first bracket here is plus. So 4 times plus y inside the first bracket will give us 4y. Okay, now we are still going to multiply the 4 by minus 2 inside the first bracket, and the 4 on the first bracket there is plus, and the 2 inside the bracket there is minus. So plus times minus will give us minus. Okay, and 4 times minus 2 give us minus 8. So the first bracket now we have 4y minus 8. Now let's go to the second bracket. The second bracket also have a multiplier, which is 2. Okay, we're going to open the second bracket with a multiplier. Alright, now 2 multiplied by y. In the second bracket we have 2y, and 2 multiplied by plus 6. The second bracket we have 12. Alright, now the next stage, or the second step now, is to collect like terms. Alright, left hand side and right hand side, and from this both sides we have numbers with the same variable. On the left hand side we have 4y, on the right hand side we have 2y. So this 4y and 2y we go together. Okay, and we also have constant numbers, that is numbers with that variable. On the left hand side we have minus 8, on the right hand side we have plus 12. They also go together. Alright, now let's see how to collect like terms now. Okay, now 2y from the right hand side is plus, so when it's crossing the sign of equality to the left hand side, it changes to what? To minus. So we now have 4y minus 2y. Okay, now what is left there from in the right hand side is plus 12. So minus 8 from the left hand side also cross the sign of equality to move to the right hand side. Okay, so when it's crossing to the right hand side, it changes to plus 8. So we now have 12 plus 8. Okay, now 4y minus 2y will give us 2y is equal to 12 plus 8 will give us 20. Now if you look at it, we are looking for y. We want to know the value of y, and y there is having a coefficient which is 2. So we want y to stand alone, that is, we want y to be subject of formula. Okay, now how do we cancel this 2 that is together with y? There is no any magic there. The only thing to do is step 3, we divide both sides by 2, that is the coefficient of y. Okay, 2 there is called the coefficient of y. Remember our last lesson. Okay, I taught the coefficient in algebra. Alright, now dividing both sides by 2, we now have 2y divided by 2 is equal to 20 divided by 2. Okay, now the both side is divided by 2. Okay, remember in mathematics, anything you do to the left hand side, also do the same to the right hand side. Alright, now if you look at it from the left hand side, the 2 is together with y, we cancel the 2, that is 2 divided 2, 2 cancel 2 is equals to 20 divided 10. Okay, 2 divided 20, 2 divided 20 here will give us 10. So therefore the value of y is equals to 10. Okay, alright class, let's move to this example 3. Hope you are enjoying the lesson. Okay, I think of a number if I increase it by 2 and multiply it by 8, the result is the same as the number plus 8 and then multiply by 4. What is the number? Alright, this is a word problem. Okay? What you do is write out the solution. Note, whenever you are solving a word problem, we look at the vocabularies used in the problem. Okay, look at the vocabularies. In the word problem here we have I think of a number. That number is unknown. Okay, then we have increase there also as a vocabulary. We have multiply also as a vocabulary. Results also as a vocabulary. Then plus is also vocabulary in this word problem. Now, when a word problem is given to you, step 1, the first thing to do is to express the word problem into mathematical expression. Okay, these are word problems. This is a word problem. Now, we change this word problem to mathematical expression. Alright? Now, we said, I think of a number. You don't know the number. Okay? Now, let the number be x. Okay? The number you think of is an unknown. So you choose a variable to represent the number you think of. And here I'm using x to represent the number. Okay. Now, another vocabulary is if I increase x by 2, okay, and multiplied by 8. We have two vocabularies here. I increase x. Increase here is a vocabulary used in addition, okay, and multiplied by 8. Now let's look at what will happen here. Okay, now when I increase x by 2, we have x plus 2. Remember, I say increase here means addition plus. Now I increase x by 2, we have x plus 2, and multiplied by 8. Okay, then I multiply this x plus 2 by 8. By 8. 8 there is a multiplier. Okay, is equals to, look at the question again. It's the same as the number, that is the same as the number I thought of, which is x plus 8 again, and then multiplied by 4. That is the second bracket. Okay, and therefore this is the mathematical expression of the word problem above. We have 8 open bracket x plus 2 close bracket is equals to 4 open bracket x plus 8 close bracket. This is the mathematical expression of the word problem given. Alright, now remove the brackets. Remove the brackets. Okay, now let's look at what we have after removing the bracket. On the first bracket, let's open the first bracket. We have 8 times x, give us 8x. Okay, then 8 times plus 2 in the first bracket will give us 16. So we have the first bracket, we have 8x plus 16 is equals to, now let's open the second bracket. We have 4 times x in the second bracket will give us 4x. Then 4 times plus 8, the second bracket, will give us 32. Alright. Now, step 3, we are going to collect the like terms. We're going to collect what? The like terms. As I said, from the equation given, we have having the same variable. From the left hand side we have 8x, on the right hand side we have 4x. So 4x on the right hand side is plus. When it's crossing the sign of equality to meet its partner 8x in the left hand side, it changes to what? Minus. So we now have 8x minus 4x. Okay, we also have the constant number. The constant number on the left hand side we have plus 16, and on the right hand side we have plus 32. So when plus 16 is crossing the sign of equality to meet its partner, which is 32 on the right hand side, change to what? To minus 16. So therefore we have 32 minus 16. Okay. Now 8x minus 4x. 8x minus 4x will give us 4x. And 32 minus 16 will give us 16. Now the next step, that is step 4. You look at x there, we want to look for the value of x, and x there is with a number which is 4, the coefficient. So how do we cancel the coefficient? That is the 4 here. We divide both sides by 4. Okay, we divide both sides by 4. So 4x divide 4 is equal to 16 divide 4. Now 4 here will cancel 4. What is left there now is x. Okay. Now 4 divides 16. The answer is 4. So therefore x is equals to 4. Class, I hope you are enjoying the lesson. Alright. Okay, now we're going to solve these problems from me as a homework. Okay. The first one, you have to simplify 3, open bracket, x minus 2, close bracket, is equals to 4, open bracket, 2x minus 5, close bracket. 2, solve 4, open bracket, 2y plus 3, close bracket, is equal to 2, open bracket, 2y plus 4, close bracket. And the third one, I think of a number, then I increase it by 9 and multiply it by 5. From the result, I subtract 5 and multiply by 8. If the result is 40, what is the number? Thank you very much and have a nice day ahead.